Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Horn of the Abyss. We're back with the Forged in Fire campaign. We could grab some mana too while we're at it. Oh yes, look at that. Most notably, we are in the position of the Hall of Illusions. Of course we need to get out of the Hall of Illusions, get some more movement points while we're at it, because there's much to do. We've cleared some of the illusions, but there are more to do. Some are in this direction. So let's head in that direction. Do we need any more war machines? Not on Frederick. Maybe Agar will get some, but that's later. So now we need to fight Frederick. Of course we are Frederick, but that doesn't gonna stop us. Here we are in a mystical illusionary place. We've got swarms of Master Genies guarding the crown of the 5 seas. Not a problem. Auto-clearing a swarm of Master Genies. You hardly set a camp, leaving the saddle for the first time for the day, as some critter sneaked up on you and pulled one of your boots in his hole. Swearing silently, you search the whole of your hand. Instead of a boot, you touch something sharp. Amazed, you pull out a crown. This increases our knowledge by +6, which is a nice boost over the +4 of the Crown of Dragontooth here, although I like having the spell power, because ultimately knowledge at this level is kind of ridiculous anyway, because look at our maximum spell points. It's almost 1,000, right? So, I mean, it's certainly not bad, but it's not amazing. This might have a little bit more now required. Let's have a look. The enemies approach. We probably just get away with a mass bless, right? Yeah. There we go. And there we have it. We can actually recruit some additional Master Genies here. We'll take them. We've got 56 of them now. What else do we have? We've got Frederick here. We have Storm Elementals and Titans. Titans are guarding Titan's Curse. Does increase our spell power a decent amount, of course, with a nice amount of spell power that we have. This is not as much of a buff as it could be. But, you know, we can still grab it. Main thing is we just need to, Actually, we do want to have the angels go forward, so let's retreat and refight. So, charge. Charge. So that's all well and good. I think we may have lost a genie. We did. In that case, we shall not lose genies. Who would lose a genie anyway? You can buff that with fortune. There we go. So you can melee that. You can run back. Get repaired. And there we have it. Titans? Not a problem. A Titan stops you and says, "Pay me 5,000 gold, or I shall slay you where you stand." And we refuse because we only have 3 million gold. The Titan grabs his sword hanging from his belt, but you duck between his legs. He's so surprised by this maneuver that he trips, falling on his sword and killing himself instantly. You relieve him of his belongings. Yes, this increases our spell power by +10. That is a nice increase. I don't think we've got the other components of Titan's Thunder, but this is an upgrade over what we're using. So we'll certainly upgrade in that manner. We could also hand over some of the leftovers to Agar here. But, you know, for now we're good. So we'll grab a small quantity of gems, the zounds of Storm Elementals. Zounds of them, but we can deal with them with mass haste, of course. Slay them where they stand. And there we go. This should be safe enough. Yeah. 7 more Master Genies. Now it's time to defeat Frederick. I guess this is going to be a bit of a blaster on the past, because, like, you know, he's holding tower troops and golems, right? So, let's see what Frederick has to say. Well, one Frederick is better than the other. That much is clear. Could we just burst him down with mass haste? I mean, he does have decent defense. We could give it a go. I suppose there's golems there which are, like, notoriously sturdy, but even so. There's no shooters apart from the titans as well. Well, we cast Magic Mirror on the angel, so I guess that's something we did. Don't know if we wanted to do that, but we did it. Indeed we did. So what did you cast on there? Air shield. I mean, I guess it's something, but it's not... I guess we'll see how much damage it is when it's the bounty hunter's turn, but... yeah, for now I'm not that impressed. You can charge in there though, automatons. We could even clone them. For fun and profit. The automatons can swing around this way. Yeah, I mean, it's a decent air shield, but yeah, whatever. Let's activate Detonation of Death and strike the enemy. We could do that again. Seems to be going well, doesn't it? Let's resurrect these angels. Excellent. Well, that was easy, wasn't it? Frederick is defeated, and Frederick, victorious, claims the torso of Legion. Good job, Frederick. Let's press on through the wed two-way portal. Grab some additional movement points, of course. Back into the turquoise portal and into the green portal. Are you keeping up? Over here, there is yet another one. We were stepping cautiously through the large room. Castor read the sign at the entrance. It read, Hall of Illusions. It was oddly quiet here. We'd see Genie, Afriti, and other monsters in these halls. But this one was surprisingly empty. I was peeking around nervously. In the blink of an eye, everything changed. A strange rumbling sound came from the depths of the tomb. And a moment later, the Afriti and Kriegans appeared before me. Dozens and dozens of huge red-skinned creatures. One of them looked familiar. Of course, it was the same Afrit we had to fight before fleeing from Earfall. But how? Ah, right. These are the illusions I was warned about. These phantoms are more than a play of light and shadow. Their scythes and whips can harm us just as well as the real thing. Yes, HotA here. I guess we're doing a little bit better though, because, you know, we've got a bigger army. Mind you, Inferno's annoying. Well, we can at least deal with the devils easily enough. We'll start by using Slay the devils. Oh, not bad luck. That's not allowed. We'll just shoot these Magogs down. Bad luck again! That is unlucky. Well, we could torch devils to death. Do we even need to? Just use the armadillos. We'll just keep the engineers at a good position. Armadillos can slay devils, though. We've got the raise demons out of the way. So, let's fire upon the enemy. Watch out for any sneaky infernos. Just spread out to avoid getting more damage. Well, we say that, but we're going to need to res again. Alright, running forward and do your repairing Malark. Resurrect you. Shoot them with gun. We'll position... Well, we're going to have you go in. My joke could be dangerous. Well, we'll give it a go. You tanked it. Run over here. Run over here. We might have done too much damage. Yeah, okay. Winning the fight is easy. The key thing is to not lose my stuff in the meantime. So, kill the devils, thank you. Good job. Next we're going to buff you with precision. Charge forward and kill those. Alright, so this is already basically finished. But we do need to be careful and make sure things are being brought back from the dead. Basically, we're going to make sure this gets targeted. Good, good, okay. We just need to pull off that trick one more time, I think. But we shall see. So we resurrect the armadillos. Which means the armadillos are going to need to do the finish, which means the angels need to get out the way. Okay. That's fine. Pair. And armadillos for the finish. There we go. We lost some war machines. But we got the legs of Legion. Is that enough pieces for another statue? I believe it is. Excellent. We now have 2 statues of Legion. Ha ha ha. Any other goodies in here? Oh, there's a seer's hut.
In order to get to my sick mother, I have to get by the fairy dragons first. I am not a great warrior, but could reward you if the path was cleared. The route is clear. I thank you deeply. Take this as a symbol of my gratitude. Yes, I shall take your spell power. Up to 79 spell power now. Frederick is quite the spellcaster. Any further objectives from you? No. Well, we can certainly just move back through here. Do that here as well. I didn't actually need to take that long route that I did, but we did it. So the Hall of Illusions is now completely clear. We can move back upstairs at our leisure. So we shall do just that, but first, we need to grab even more movement points. Excellent. Let us carry on. Now, I believe here is where we're going. Let's have Agar pick this up. I'll back it to the two-way portal. Do it a few times. Realise it was the wrong portal. And carry on, shall we? Let's go, Frederick. Boldly marching forward into the desert. Even with this slow terrain, we're still moving at a good clip. As soon as the statue is in place, a strange rumbling sound is heard. The passage to the depths of the tomb is opened by some unknown force. When you look inside, you are surprised to not see the tomb's walls, but caves that go deep underground. It's hard to say why Henrietta and her expedition headed here, but at any rate, they're definitely somewhere ahead. All that's left to do is to find them. Would you like to head into the caves? Yes. There we go. The Statue of Legion is being consumed in order to get into this area. Alright, come along, Agar. We may yet have need of you. I can't get in there, right? No, no. Okay, in we go. Another cave once again. There's a swarm of sandworms here. I mean, Agar would almost be happy to try and recruit them, but he probably can't. The Matriarch's controlling them. Nonetheless, let's head forth and kill them. Oh, they actually managed to land a hit. That's mildly impressive. We should just do a full weight turn there. There we go. Problem solved. We do have some fires, though. That's always interesting. Let's carry on. There's a Stride of Magic incantation. You come across a small shrine attended by a group of novice acolytes. In exchange for your protection, they agree to teach you a simple spell. View Earth. Now, this is a spell that's been a long time coming.
Because these people, they know what spells are good in the game. And so, they're like, we're not going to let you have the good ones. But we can see that we're almost at the end of this little adventure. Like, here's Frederick and Agar, and this is the only piece of the cave system we've yet to explore, with this hand formation going on here. This was the Hall of Illusions. This whole southern area was the vast tomb that we entered earlier. And this was the whole, Heroes of Water Magic minigame. So, yeah, it looks like we're just about done here. It's been a long time coming. But we're making progress. There's a well here. Oh well, let's just carry on. What's in this direction, Agar? Oh, a Bradley flag. A quest gate requiring a bit of perception, perhaps. A seer's hut. What I have is for Agar alone. I shall give it to none other. 70 Olgoi-Khorkoi? Why? How nice of you. Also, you want 1,000,000 resources. And you want to give me a dragon scale armor for it. Well, I have the money, so why not? I guess it's just a considerable upgrade over that. So, hey, I'll take it. Does that mean we got Power of the Dragon Father? Probably pretty close to it, right? I'd have to pull my artifacts, but we're probably not far off. What about in here? Oh, there is plot. The caves were getting deeper, and it was getting darker. Even the magical light I'd conjured up seemed to fade only a few cubits away. There's something up ahead, I said, or someone. Agar uttered a few words and waved his hands, casting some kind of spell. A weird noise came from somewhere in the depths. Growls, bellows, moos. I could feel the presence of monsters. 3 huge groups. And there seems to be no one else in the dungeon but them, he remarked. Some are worms, but there are also manticores, behemoths, and other creatures. Unfortunately, at this distance, it's hard to tell which ones. Okay, well, I see whoever goes in is basically stuck in until they get out again. It's a one-way trip. What about the swarm of Olgoi-Khorkoi? Is that a place of interest? Okay, it's just guarding more resources. I mean, we can clear it, because it's a doddle, but... let's do it! Oh, I didn't get my war machines! I'll have to send Agar back up to get them, eh? Alright. No one wants the Flaming Death this turn. How about gun? Gun's good. Yeah. Stab. You probably should be able to tank that, right? Yeah. Excellent. Resources! Oh yes, that definitely paid back for all of the earlier expenditure. Do we want to get the ammo cart? I guess we should. We've got the movement points. Go! Aha, hang on. The turquoise monolith. This is a nice little shortcut. Give me my war machines. You might as well grab some infinite movement points while you're here because, let's keep the good times rolling. Also, I'm still curious what the message in the bottle there is, because, it's obviously just going to be like an Easter egg or something. Probably be like, Slav says hi or something. Anyway, let's carry on. A nice little ride through the desert with Agar. I will say they did a good job of his portrait in that, a few years before release when they did that, walk around video, he was a little bit too happy for, for Agar, because Agar's a pretty grumpy dude, so... I think he looks nice and stern. Okay. We could do proper artifact trading, but for now you can just hand over the Bird of Perception. Let's go, Frederick! Using the Bird of Perception, you may open the gate and pass through, but it will be spent. Do you wish to pass this time? No, actually, because I didn't actually hand over the war machines. I bet some of you are like, no! The war machines! There we go. Well, let's grab the innocuous gold mine. We've got gears here, I think. We have a whole bunch of trogs, some worms and manticores. A glorious victory. Does have decent attack skills. Doesn't look like there's much spell casting to worry about, at least. Nonetheless, let's slow them. We'll do a wait. Give you a haste, I suppose. Who deserves the gun? Well, probably the Olgoi-Khorkoi are the most dangerous. Mind you, Minotaur Kings are known for their happiness, which is always a concern. But we'll shoot them. I could attack. It would keep them in this general vicinity. Let's do so. We'll make sure the engineers are standing by. Yeah. I guess it shows just how much damage was truly there. Okay, well let's head in. We can hit a stack and retreat. That's a good start. So we'll begin by cloning the engineers, I believe. Yes. Let's attack the Minotaur Kings. We'll then head back for now. We'll then buff you again with Magic Mirror. We'll get you to wait. You shall repair. I guess it's keeping them occupied. Well, I guess you've got a turn, so how about you just torch the Olgoi-Khorkoi? Yeah, give him the flaming death. Let's clone the bounty hunters for some additional range damage. Okay, attack you. Oh, we lost an angel, but that will be recovered in time, I'm sure. We can charge in and finish the job with you. I mean, it's very tempting to go for the flaming death here, but let's step back. Okay. We'll resurrect the angel. Pull back with you. And you. You could probably tank the Minotaur King, to be honest. There you go. Please go and repair. Excellent work. We should be able to finish this off with a nice blessing. Bless this battle. We did lose a Master Genie. That's my bad. Everyone, run away from the troglodyte. Run. No! Fine, whatever. Not really using the genies anyway, but you know, oops. Okay, so I guess this was just Aga has to stay behind then. Alright, on to Beres here. It's cursed ground, so no resurrecting this time. We actually need to demonstrate some level of skill. Could be challenging. A slow, of course, will help us out immensely. So, we definitely want to draw the enemy in a certain direction. How about we lead them to the south? Seems plausible. How about like so? We can't obviously use the Master Genie spell this turn because it's a higher level spell. So we're only going to get one repair off with the engineers, so we've got to be careful there. Okay, there's a lot of targets that deserve a bullet. You will be the first one. Congratulations. Excellent. We can now charge forward and attack this Olgoi-Khorkoi stack. Seems good. So we could do Bless, we could do Haste, Shield, probably Bless for now. Let's retreat with the Angel. We'll wait on that. Kill this stack off. Hit this stack hard. We'll retreat back up to the Bounty Hunter. We could certainly land a solid hit. It's just one of those things that I don't want the genies to do untanking the hit. So if we swipe first with the angels, we'll shield. Excellent. And then we'll hit finish with the genies. That seems solid. These guys I'm happy to let do the tanking job at the front here. Let's strike the manticores first. We'll just wait on the engineers. And we'll wait on the armadillos as well. We can have the armadillos sweep forward and hit these now. We'll issue the repair order now or next turn. I think we'll do it next turn. Retreat now. Retreat with this as well. This will charge forward. Shoot as well. We'll wait here. We'll pull you back. Now we'll repair. And that should do it. Excellent. Another flawless victory. More magic wells. And we have one more fight here against Cottus here. An actually challenging fight, apparently. But what happens when we slow the enemy? I have to sort of make a decision soon, because this title's getting longer and longer. I might have to call it an episode and we finish next time. But we're very close, aren't we? Okay. We certainly want to draw the enemy in one direction. I think here's a good start. We'll also buff them. Bloodlust, oh yes. There are a lot of enemies here, to be fair. Several, one might say. Especially when the bad luck kicks in. Morale? That's not allowed. Alright, well let's hit something. Ancient Behemoths will do. I think it's time to clone the bounty hunters. Retreat with you. Buff them. Protection from fire is a random choice, but it's a choice nonetheless. We'll now fire away with our ranged attackers. Yeah, the automatons are already down. It's time to repair them, I think. The enemy is approaching my range stacks fairly well. We're going to need to be careful. Let's increase our damage with Bless. Actually, probably should clone something like these. That's going to do a better job, I think. So everything's dogpiling on the first aid tent. That's fine. We can pull back here. We can have you pull back as well. So strike here. We'll strike here as well. We can then fire away on the Olgoi-Khorkoi. Pull back here. The armadillos are also going to need to find a place to live. There will do. Okay, time to clone the engineers. We need to bring back our sentinel automatons. We could sort of dive into the thick of it with the angels. I think I will. Finish the stack off. Fire shield will be a helpful addition to our little arsenal here. We're going to strike this enemy. It's getting a bit close. We're not going to attack with the engineer. We're going to repair with this engineer. Defend here. Should we attack with these engineers? Probably not. This is actually a decent chance for a kill. We're going to go for this one. There we go. It's time to start resurrecting the dead. Probably the main choice at the moment is angels or genies. These enemies are approaching quite rapidly. We might need to relocate. Is it a relocation turn? Probably. That being the case, let's mass We'll need to lure the enemy as well, though. Otherwise they'll just immediately pounce on our new position. So, who's going to be bait? I guess it's the angels. Well, that and the automatons can stay in the thick of it too, of course. Ah, these guys are body blocked in. Well, in that case, we're just going to hold our ground. You can move, though. So far, so good, I want to say. Obviously need to repair these. But we are keeping the enemy confused, contained, all manner of interesting calamities befalling them. We're going to teleport this armadillo stack here, so these guys can actually move. And yes, these are just going to have to defend. You're out of spells. Please run rapidly over here, and you can do the same. You don't have a repair ability left, but very soon we shall see what we can do there. Okay. Well, next turn we'll try to clone you and have you go forward. We'll do that now. Okay, they can almost reach. The other engineer is in the way, but we can move this engineer first. We might as well attack. Didn't go particularly well, but we might as well. So let's start firing away with gun. Alright, you can actually cook this. Excellent. We'll wait. Now we'll repair. And now we'll resurrect these angels. All 16, back up and fighting fit. Fire away, bounty hunters. Okay, the automatons will also retreat. The clone, however, can be interesting bait. We're going to resurrect these genies now. Ah, we shall just defend with them. But every turn our strength is only growing. And because these guys have no enemy retaliation, they're very predictable about how they're going to get things done. Okay, we can now resurrect the angels. Now I think that's all. Excellent, we lost our war machines, but the enemy has been defeated. Excellent. I was about to cut the video off here, but you know what? We're so close to the objective now, we might as well keep going, shall we? And oh look, there's Henrietta. Not so far off now, is she? Just being held pinned down by a group of Olgoi-Khorkoi. Let's go save her, shall we? It's time to lift our spirits. Grab another pillar of fire. There's a red portal on my entrance here randomly. Also, I'm just curious. Yeah, okay. This is... the puzzle map was just pointing at where Henrietta was on the map. So, that was pointless. Never mind. Let's go wrap things up, shall we? Once we defeat these Olgoi-Khorkoi, the mission will end. And, yeah, we'll be able to start the next one. Exciting. We had been running along the tunnel for hours. I can't say how much time had passed, but it had been quite a while since I'd begun finding marks on the walls and columns, in a language I invented myself and taught Henrietta back in the day. The labyrinth of caves and catacombs did not seem to end, but we were undoubtedly warm on the trail. My only worry was getting there too late. No way the Halflings team could have enough provisions to last them all these months. Yeah, it's like, what, been 2 years? Or however long we had been underground. I didn't know if I could trust my perception of time anymore. Castor gestured to me. Some of the cave's walls appeared melted, as if they had been touched by a ray of fire. Then we heard weird humming. A light flashed above us, and everything froze again. A minute later, the stench of burning meat reached our noses. Castor drew his weapon, and I prepared my spells. We rushed into the passage, whence this scorching light had just burst out. The closer we got to that horrible smell's origin, the more charred, chitinous shells of worms we came across. Finally, I saw Henrietta. The girl was emacipated, her face dirty and scratched, but she was alive. She was holding something akin to a stone ball in her hands, waving it around.
Frederick, watch out! There are hundreds of them here. This thing, it burns them.
I didn't quite get what thing she was talking about. The stone ball? But how can... The wall to our right collapsed. I saw the gaping maws of the worms. They were about to rush out straight at us. Suddenly the space was filled with a mechanical hum. I went blind for a second, and when my vision came back, the worms were writhing in flames, and Henrietta's stone ball shimmered with a glow, similar to, missing O, that flash, but softer.
Frederick, don't stand there like a fool, look around!
Castor hissed at me, but it was too late. The ground beneath us parted and sunk. We fell to an even lower level of caves. That was where we met the Matriarch. That was her lair. It was crawling with larvae and adult worms, and there were even more of her hideous eggs.
And so it seems we found both of them, Henrietta and the Matriarch,
I muttered and then got ready for the fight. The fight, of course, goes quite well, because it's just a bunch of Olgoi-Khorkoi, but we shall fight it out anyway, because why not? It's even a volcanic area, apparently. Let us do battle and bravely defeat the Olgoi-Khorkoi, which probably won't even be that difficult, because, you know, again, just torch them with flamethrowers, guns, mechanical crab claws, genie stabs, and then angel swords. Yes. We can even bless this holy battle and carry on with our attack. And there we are, a glorious victory. Congratulations! You have completed your quest to kill the fearsome beast and can claim victory. And, oh, there we go. Finally, it's like, okay, what? Mission 4 done. Rejoice, you halfling girl. Castor himself goes out on a limb to get you out of this labyrinth. Well, of course, you aren't the reason I'm here, but I could sure use the good rap that comes with being your savior. For now, however, there are bigger things to attend to. Knowledge lost in aeons and forgotten wonders. This tomb is replete with them. Just this tiny speck in your hands holds unspoken power. Very soon, I swear I will make it serve me, and me only, just like your friend with his freshly found insight into the nature of things already does. My immediate plans are clear, and Deja can wait for its king for a bit. That'll do it for today. Next episode we'll start the new mission, Deus Ex Machina. Thank you for watching, and next time I'll see you right here at KonfluxGames.